Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about red flags that they'll cheat, okay? So, one of the first things that you should look out for is when you're dating someone, or perhaps you've already had this conversation if it's someone that you're with and you're suspicious that they're cheating with you. But if you're dating someone, one of the good things to ask is has there been any cheating? Have you ever cheated on someone? Just out of curiosity. You can even say it like that. Just out of curiosity, have you ever cheated on someone? And then see what they say. Because if they've already cheated on people before in their past relationships, it's very likely that they will cheat on you. Because sometimes people use cheating as a tactic to get back at the person that they're with, to make them feel bad or whatever it is. I don't know, to play games. But I don't quite understand 100% the mind of a cheater, because I'm not someone who is a cheater. I value monogamy to the core of my being, okay? So if they've cheated before, it's very likely that they will cheat again. So, with that being said, it's probably best, if you value monogamy and you want this person to be faithful to you and you want to find someone who is faithful, to cut your ties. Okay, it doesn't mean that you can't continue the date. You can probably stay on the date, do whatever it was you were going to do. Maybe keep them as a friend, or maybe a friend with benefits, or someone that you can practice dating on, or something like that. And then fine, do that. But it's not someone who you want as relationship material. Okay, especially if you do value faithfulness and monogamy and that kind of thing. So if they mention cheating in any past relationships, should be a red flag that they're going to cheat. Okay, it's a massive red flag that they're going to cheat. Another red flag that they could cheat. Now, this one isn't set in stone, but there's a higher chance, basically, that they will cheat if this has happened. And that is, there was cheating in their family growing up. So the environment that they were in, there was cheating going on. So let's say their parents weren't faithful to each other. That's a huge sign that they could, and a red flag that they could cheat. Okay. Now, sometimes you get people who want to do the opposite of what their parents do. So this is something interesting, and I think it kind of goes in with this as well, is that, there's two people in my family, right? And they grew up with a parent that was an alcoholic and a chain smoker. And one of them decided, I don't want to let my children ever see anything like that in their lives ever again. So she sort of broke the chain, right? And she decided that she was never going to drink to excess. She never smoked, anything like that. Whereas her sibling did the opposite. And she did exactly what her father did, which was drink, smoke, everything like that, right? So sometimes you can get two people growing up in the same environment, and they do the exact opposite of what they was taught by their parents or shown by their parents, because it brought them so much pain. And I think that can also work with cheating. But the point is that it's very likely, it is still likely that they would cheat, rather than if you meet a person who didn't have any cheating going on in their family. Okay? So my story with cheating is, this is one that I use a lot on my channel, because I like to use it as a good example of, being able to listen and watching out for the red flags when you first start dating someone. So when I first started dating my first girlfriend, within the first couple of weeks, she asked me a question. She said to me, "What would you do if I cheated on you?" Instantly red flag. I'm thinking, that's a really weird question. And I remember it upsetting me, and I got quite angry. And I was basically like, I would hate that if you did that to me, stuff like that. And it affected me. Like, I remember her saying that to me. So that just clearly shows how much of a red flag it must have been, because my brain was already like, warning, 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 right? But I didn't listen to it. I carried on dating her. And then lo and behold, a few months later, she cheated on me. And even then, I still didn't learn my lesson. I thought, I could change her or whatever. And it happened again a few months after that, after I'd forgiven her. And then we broken up for good after that. I broke up with her. So, it's important to listen to what the person you're dating is saying, or the person that you're with is saying. Because if they've said something about cheating, and they've asked you something like that, or what would you do if I cheated on you, or I've cheated on people before, it's very, very, very likely that they will actually follow through and cheat on you eventually when the opportunity arises. Now, it might be the case that they never get the opportunity to cheat, right? Let's say they don't go out much, let's say they don't go to the club or anything like that. So it's very unlikely they're going to meet new people to cheat with. Well, perhaps they're self-employed, so they don't really have like other people that they work with or things like that. Then they might not ever have the opportunity to cheat, but still they have the tendency there, right? They have a very strong tendency for it to be there, okay? So you have to be very careful. It's probably best if you value monogamy and you value faithfulness, if you hear any of these sorts of things and you start seeing these little red flags, it's best to just cut your ties and move on, okay? So then we go into the way, because I sort of had an inkling my ex was cheating on me before I even found out that she was cheating on me. So some of the things that I noticed that was in her behavior. So let's say you're someone watching this and you are in a relationship with someone and you're suspicious that she's cheating on you or he's cheating you. One of the things that I noticed was secrecy around the telephone. So secrecy around her phone. She was texting a lot, so that's something, and she wasn't really telling me who she was texting and stuff like that. She started bringing up this person sometimes, how funny they were, bringing up jokes that they'd said and things like that. And the day I knew she cheated on me, but I didn't know until later on, like the day she cheated on me, she got dressed really nicely. She'd changed the color of her hair, and then she went out and didn't come back until like 3 or 4 in the morning. Okay, she was drunk obviously as well. So that's something else. She changed her whole outfit. She made herself look super sexy, got herself some sexy new hair color or whatever, and I could just tell that it wasn't for me. Right, it was for someone else, and then she went out that night. So there you go. So if they do any of these things, it's best to run. It's best to just get on with your life. You got to cut your ties and think this one isn't for me. And it is heartbreaking, but you got to remember that being cheated on is never your fault. It's probably because they already have a tendency to cheat. And later on, I did find out that she told me that she'd cheated on pretty much everybody she had ever been with before me. Right? It's just who she was. Right? And no doubt, if you're getting cheated on, or you're suspicious that someone could be cheating on you, it could be just who they are, and it's got nothing to do with you. It's just something that they do. It's a bad habit that they've got, and they can't help themselves. Okay, so don't ever blame yourself if you do get cheated on. I know that's harder said than done, because when I got cheated on, I thought, oh, it must be my fault. But she'd always done it. It was something that was just part of who she is. And one of the things about cheaters is they genuinely believe that everybody is like this. With everybody given the opportunity to cheat, would cheat. And that's absolutely wrong, and it's not true. There are people out there that have had the opportunity to cheat and they haven't cheated. So that's my advice, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.